gonna start the podcast?
It's been started, Emilio.
It's
Oh
canceled.
no.
What? Like conspiracy theories, bro.
No.
Again, do we have anything?
Okay, I'm saying Denny's. They
Yeah.
put like flies in their food, and that makes it taste better. I shit you not.
Fucking horrible, bro. You're fucking
I like
horrible.
this. I like this conspiracy.
Yeah,
I like this one.
yeah, it's an interesting thing because you stated that you really like Denny's, but I feel like Emilio also has stated that he liked Denny's yesterday or something, right?
I
So
fucking
so
love their
let me
salad.
let me explain my thing with Denny. I haven't been before a few days ago. I hadn't been to a Denny's in legit at least a decade. I used to go when I was a kid on like road trips, but I stopped doing that, so I stopped going to Denny's. But I went to one the other, and it was like late at like 9 o'clock. So you think everyone would be checked out, but I guess because this one is like a big part of the community, the waiters there were super nice. They were talking to actual people in the restaurant and being just genuinely present. And the food was surprisingly pretty good for like a Denny's at 9 o'clock. Then it wasn't like cold, it wasn't hot. It was good food, and it was nice.
It's probably the one Obama visited,
I
or is that an
Right.
Onion video?
If it's on the Onion, I don't know if it's true. But anyway, I don't agree with the conspiracy that they sprinkle flies in their food.
No, I
Though.
just fucking made that up. Emilio, why would you believe me?
I didn't believe you, but it's a conspiracy.
You was just shit
I
talking,
guess
bro.
it is. New conspiracy theory out. Denny's cooks their food with water.
Denny's cooks their food thoroughly. What a conspiracy. Do you guys have any conspiracies that you want to bring up
Oh,
first?
fucking god. What?
Do you guys have anything you want to bring up for the conspiracies? I can bring it up if you guys don't have anything.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
That was an
Oh my God.
iconic one I
Wait,
remember hearing
what?
about.
I don't know this one.
It's
Oh my
9/11
fucking Tyler.
You're
viruses.
fucking with me, bro. You're fucking with me, for real?
What?
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
I
The
don't know.
9/11
The whole
was
thing,
like-
9/11 was staged.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's like
stage.
the main
I
thing is,
did.
like,
I know
oh.
that. I didn't know the sign, how they were trying to prove that.
That is like one of the biggest things that they
Yeah.
used to try and prove it. That is like
Oh, I
that's the
didn't know.
equivalent of like the whole there's no wind in space and shadow shit. Anytime you heard that one, you always heard the jet fuel shit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I never really heard that. I just heard, yeah, it's faked or whatever.
I remember seeing a bunch of memes on iFunny about jet fuel and steel beams. That's how I learned about it.
You
And
still use iFunny?
no, when I was
Okay,
younger, that's
thank
when I
God.
first heard about it. I don't use iFunny anymore.
I literally made a
sure?
friend by like browsing iFunny during a math class, and this dude behind me just kept looking at my phone and started laughing with me.
True
Nice.
friendship. Tyler, what made you think of talking about conspiracies? Did you read one? Did you hear
I
about
didn't bring
them?
this up. One of you
He's a
guys
fucking
did.
vet.
No, you brought it up.
Did I? Not. I
It
mean,
was
I thought
Rob.
yesterday.
You
someone-
you
What are we
You
talking
came in-
about right now?
Tyler came up with the idea to do conspiracies, right?
Did I?
Yeah.
It was not me,
I
Mara.
thought
What?
about this yesterday.
It was you. I thought it was
I
Tyler.
had a
I
dream
figured
that you
we'd,
did,
you
so
know,
must
look
have
some
been
up
you.
and like have some before we did this.
Hollow Earth, right?
That is a theory.
What
I
do
don't
you?
know.
Yeah,
I don't-
Would you rather believe flat Earth or Hollow Earth?
I'd rather believe Hollow Earth because that's
Going to
interesting.
Earth.
Flat Earth is
That-
boring.
That's a theory proved in Godzilla vs. Kong.
Dude, but if there was a flat Earth, I could jump off the edge.
Honestly.
Would you do
Flat
it?
Earth, all that means is
Yeah, but it's surrounded
be
by
a
an ice wall. No one can navigate through it.
I saw the what's global warming then?
the ice wall's
You're
melting.
right.
Yeah, I don't care for Flat Earth. Hollow Earth is way cooler because it implies that there's like cool stuff in the Earth.
Isn't
I
that like
think
the
there
whole
was a
thing?
variation of the flat Earth theory. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, isn't there a whole thing where the Hollow Earth has a secret society, and I think that also deviates with the lizard people. I think, right or no?
Well, there's a couple actually. The theories about Hollow Earth is the lizard thing is one, but I've also heard there's a theory that there's like giants, like a whole race of giants that live in the Hollow Earth, I actually read a conspiracy that J.R.R. Tolkien, the guy who wrote Lord of the Rings, that Middle Earth is actually it's a conspiracy that Middle Earth is actually describing the Hollow Earth, and that's why there's all this crazy stuff going on.
Oh,
Bruh.
That was funny.
it all makes sense now.
It just came to me into a dream.
All right. What about
Yes.
Bigfoot? Is he real?
Dude, he's fucking hot.
Depends.
Are you into
I
feet,
like the
Amar?
idea that I guess I believe in it. I like the idea that there is a Bigfoot, but
I was trying to bring up that, but I died.
great. What is
You
this? The
died.
Great Ice.
Wait. Wait. Wait, what is this
I
one?
love this. This is awesome. I guess should we describe this image?
Why is Europe not there in
Just
like
put a
Asia?
picture of it on screen. Fire.
Wait, Europe and Asia are just straight up deleted.
Here's
Wait, is
the
But,
that stating
awesome
there's
cover.
multiple
Where is it?
Earths on one giant Earth?
I
oh
have
my
no
god. That's awesome actually. That's really
Multiverse
cool.
theory. Oh my
Oh my god, it's
my
multiverse mixed with
God.
just a huge Earth?
So the image we're looking at is the Great Ice Ball theory, where instead of us being on planet Earth, we're on a flat Earth that's on a giant ball of ice, and it looks really goofy.
That's possibly hollow, Emilio.
Does that mean that the sun just melts into the ice every day?
You don't know that.
Oh, is this what the ice walls come from, Amar?
I think this is a variation of that,
Damn.
like a sequel.
I think it's crazy how deep some conspiracy theories go. Even like the ones that seem really like this seems really outlandish, like why would Earth be on a giant ice ball theory? But there's points that you look at and it's weird that conspiracy theories are mostly crazy, but there's always a few things where you're like, it is kind of weird that this is like that.
What about the whole
Um
people believing in like the Matrix types things where we're in a simulation?
I don't really care about that one.
You don't care about that one? You don't. Oh yeah,
Well,
didn't you say
I
you're like, oh, if I'm in a simulation, it doesn't matter?
I guess my point my view on it is if life really is a simulation, what does that immediately change in my life that I have to worry about?
Die, and
have
when you die, you
to
wake up
pay
in a
more
tube.
taxes.
In the Matrix, you just die and you just end. You're just
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, that is true.
It's the same simulation, and you're a real person. It makes it very likely that the rest of our just NPCs with like incredibly deep
So you
personalities.
guys
I
are
have
just
heard of that conspiracy
NPCs.
also.
No,
There's a
we are.
conspiracy.
Emilio is the chosen one. Tyler, you're an NPC.
Oh my god.
It's just like Free. Isn't there a plot of Free Guys an NPC who realizes he's an NPC or something? I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see it.
think so.
Yeah, I think that's the whole plot.
And he's like, I want to be more. I want to be a human. I want to be a human being. There is the biggest I don't. What do you think is the most well-known wide conspiracy theory? I think it's JFK, probably.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking either the 9/11 thing, or maybe like
I agree, but I don't know why I agree. I just do.
you
It's like
just hear that
subliminal.
one a lot. Isn't one that's like more recent is the
What did he
whole
do to the
5G
CIA
towers?
again?
5G is a huge
That only
conspiracy
applies
right
to
now.
stupid fucking Facebook mom.
It does, but you can't deny that is a large demographic and that the 5G thing has gotten way
But the
bigger than I thought it
JFK
would be.
one covers a lot more people, I'd say.
The
I'll be
JFK
left.
one, they don't know who.
JFK,
What
I
was
don't
that?
feel like it's probably big outside of the US. I
What
feel
was that
like,
one
but
about?
maybe it is. I don't know.
Remember when?
The conspiracy about JFK is that Lee Harvey Oswald. There's multiple angles. There's a lot, but basically, the basic is that the plot. When the president died, it was not an accident. It was actually a government plot to kill him. That's like the basis of it.
Yeah, but what did JFK do? Did he leak their nudes or something?
So there's a bunch of things that basically the reason why this one's so big is because there's a lot of weird details, and that there's a lot of reasons and a lot of people that could have like not like JFK. There's conspiracies that it's the mafia, conspiracies that it was the CIA, conspiracies that it was actually Russia. But basically the thing is, so there was a historical event called the Bay of Pigs where JFK tried to invade Cuba, didn't work out so well. He got kind of PO'd at the CIA. They didn't like each other. So then that was the idea that the CIA was mad at them. Hello, Avi. Welcome back.
Christ
Presidents have fucked up
broke.
bigger than that. Come on, that's not a
Bro.
really
There
good
was
excuse.
some other things where he like didn't like the CIA and the CIA didn't like him. Then there was like a theory, I don't remember this one, how that somehow he's connected to like the mafia somehow and that they didn't like him.
JFK got shot in the face.
Didn't
And
his
then
entire bloodline get assassinated or something? I don't know. It's a Family
not
Guy
his
skit.
entire bloodline, but there is a suspicious amount of like bad things that happened to the Kennedys because JFK died, then his brother died not too long later. Then I think his son JFK Jr. also like died in
He
some
died, yeah.
accident.
Remember?
Actually, a few years ago, I think one of his like grandnieces like drowned in a river or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
That was fairly recent, also.
yeah. Yeah, remember like a year ago when people thought that JFK would come back to life and give the presidency back to Trump?
Oh yeah, there was a
Oh,
conspiracy that from QAnon, I think, where they said
Yeah,
JFK
QAnon.
Jr. would rise from the grave and announce his presidency.
No, no,
Oh
no,
my
and he
God.
would no, he not no that he would give it to Trump or some shit,
Oh yeah,
something around that line.
JFK's assassination has become like a really hot, like contentious point for a lot of people. And if you go on YouTube, you can watch a lot of videos that talk about it.
Did JFK plan his own assassination?
Did JFK actually shoot himself and they had to cover it up? I think that might be one. Also, I could be wrong. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, probably the simplest answer is probably right, but you look at the things like that happened in the case and you're like, that is kind of weird that that is the way it is. I mean, one of the proponents of the case, one of the things that happened, they literally called the magic bullet because the bullet that hit JFK had some like weird, crazy angle inside of
Yeah.
his body.
Didn't it
And they're
something
like,
weird?
that is literally just basically, it was something where I could be wrong, but I think he got shot in like his back, and then it went like through his shoulder and like down through his leg or something like that. Basically, yeah, the bullet in his body took a really weird trajectory, and then they were like, it would either be that this bullet insanely hit him like 5 different ways, or that someone else was also shooting at him is like another conspiracy.
Like the
JFK is a
Russian
really, really
lady,
big one.
the Russian lady.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the babushka lady, the umbrella man. It's big.
Damn.
Tyler, do you have any does anyone have any other conspiracies? Does anyone have any conspiracies that they really think are like funny or they really like?
Paul is dead.
Isn't there
Paul
one?
is dead is pretty
Isn't
goofy.
there one about like the Frozen movie and like the like freezing of the Disney dude, like Walt Disney?
Oh, that is one that I also think is really goofy. There is a conspiracy that Walt Disney's head is
Oh
frozen
yeah,
somewhere and he's
it's
waiting to be
Disneyland.
resurrected.
Like he's
Yeah.
frozen
I've
like
seen
under
that Family
Disneyland
Guy
or like
thing.
some shit.
I remember iCarly did a parody episode about that.
Did they?
Really?
There's an episode where I think they go into some like company's building. I think it's like an Apple joke, but they go to the basement and they find his frozen head in the basement. And then they're like, iCarly, you can't film here. And he's like, well, if you don't let us film here and make a video about you, we're gonna tell everyone about the head in the basement. I
Interesting.
can't believe I remember this.
Damn.
But
Did you watch
yeah, there's
iCarly
a
recently, Emilio?
no, I just remember that scene very vividly because I remember seeing that they show the head in the jar and it's kind of spooky. And I was like, oh my god.
Damn.
The
I'm
Paul
just
is dead
fucking
one.
browsing Reddit conspiracy theories, and the one I like says rocks are actually soft, but they just stiffen up when they're touched.
How would we see? How would we disprove that? How would we disprove that when a rock is touched, it just doesn't suddenly become hard?
We contain it.
We provide SCPs.
Yes.
Damn. Wait,
Paul
if
is
one
dead is
rock
another good one,
touches another
'cause-
rock, would it be
Mm.
hard too then?
I guess maybe it's just any contact with a rock. One I heard about recently that gave me a good laugh was I think I talked about it, was Big Soy.
Big soy. What the fuck is that?
So you know that there's been like a big rise of soy products, like you see a lot of like like soy meat,
Oh
soy food, soy nuts, stuff
yeah.
like that. I watched a video where they were talking about conspiracies, and apparently there's a conspiracy that the big soy is basically all these new soy products are meant to emasculate men and just like
Yeah.
kind of destroy society, I guess. And then the way he phrased it was so funny, where he basically just said, "Picture it, weaponized femboys."
Honestly,
Is
I-
that where
I'd
the
go for
soy
weaponized
boy thing
femboys.
comes from?
Maybe that might be
No,
it.
I think that
Who
was like
knows?
way before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I watched a video by Wendigoon where he just did a bunch of conspiracies.
You know who's better than Wendigoon? Let me know.
Your mom.
There you go. He let you know.
Another good
Emilio,
old fun
you're
one.
behind you. There's a
A window.
skinwalker.
Skin.
Shit,
No.
are we doing the thing right now?
Yes, we've been doing the
Oh,
thing.
I'm sorry. I literally just came.
Oh,
Came
plug your
back.
shit,
I don't
man.
know if we were doing it.
I'm not gonna plug my stuff right now.
Yeah.
That's at the end.
The road
That's
art
only if
111
Tyler lets
on
me.
Instagram.
Follow
Any
my alt account.
well,
While the road art.
oh my gosh. Anyway, close to conspiracies, we could talk about cryptids. Does anyone have any
Cryptocurrency?
I
cryptids?
don't know too
No,
many
not
Cryptids?
cryptids.
Holy
What-
shit, you
tell
have to
the
play
cryptid.
Disco Elysium for that.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
No
that's
joke.
wait, what's
100% serious. Cryptids.
what's a cryptid?
So a cryptid is like like a fake, not a fake, but like the idea of a mythological or like undiscovered creature. So stuff like Bigfoot, Mothman, Wendigos, Skinwalkers, those are
Oh,
all called cryptids.
okay.
Then
Does
there's
anyone know any
Peanut,
any fun ones?
the plague doctor.
That's an SCP.
That's not a
Isn't there
creature.
the deer
That's not
thing?
I
an
guess kind of is, but
SCP.
shut up.
The Wendigo?
Yeah.
Or was that the Skinwalker? There are so many like conflicting accounts of what
Half of
everything
them are
looks like.
just memes, okay?
Yeah, it's just someone read a scary story about a creature that had a deer skull for a face, and he's like, "Oh, I guess that's what I saw. Must have been the Wendigo.
In the wind.
Must have been the wind." I forget where it is. This may be just a Fallout thing, but I remember hearing about something called the Sheep Squatch. Now that was funny.
Sheep Squatch?
What?
What is that?
It's like a Sasquatch, but it's just a big sheep man.
Wow.
So like it's like a big like upright goat with a huge muscles. And I remember it appeared in Fallout 76, and it was so funny to think about a creature called a sheep squatch.
They're very dangerous.
So you know how there's like the Bigfoot? Yeah, that's like the big one. Is that there's like the Bigfoot in the northern America?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Florida has their own version of the Bigfoot? Guess what
8-foot.
it's called?
Smallfoot.
No, actually. No.
Damn.
Florida man.
That's a different cryptid. But that I would say Florida man's probably a cryptid. There's a creature in Florida called the skunk ape.
Oh my. What?
It is said to be like this weird, like ape-like creature that has like skunk fur all over it, yeah, there's like a weird creature called the skunk ape that just hangs out in the swamp.
Okay.
There's a cryptid in Australia called Ed Bear.
What did you say?
Oh.
You know what
Bear?
my favorite cryptid is?
I know there's
Well,
a
If
creature
actually,
Avi
called
heard, he would be laughing.
Avi's not talking.
actually, this one has actually been found, but it's the man bear pig.
Not
Right.
that one.
I saw that episode the other day.
Bitch,
They
I
had the
have his
devil.
card in the South Park mobile game.
I saw they had an episode where the devil tried to
Bruh.
fight Man Bear Pig and he didn't even stand a chance.
South Park mobile game.
But
God,
Phone
I
Destroyer.
fucking
I
yeah.
have actually heard of an Australian cryptid called the bunyip, where I forget what it just hides in water like under bridges and then like scares people.
So a
That sounds
troll.
believable, like in Australia.
Yeah, let me find. So there's all sorts of pictures of this depictions of this weird like creature. Oh my god, some of these are gross. But the reason I know about it is let me send an image in chat. Oh wait, no, this one's much better. Was that so? You know how like people make like roadside tourist attractions and
Yeah.
stuff. Someone made one of the bunyip where you'd put a coin and this thing would come out from under the bridge. This is what it looks like.
Oh my god!
So imagine you're a little kid and you like buy this little bridge and your dad comes up with puts a coin in his slot and says, "Hey son, look at this," and he shows you this.
Look, son, it's your mother.
It's been updated, but yeah,
Boomer
this is
humor.
an interpretation of what the bunyip looks like.
Wow.
Bunyip sounds like a fucking
It
bunyip.
is an Australian creature.
An
You know, I've
Austrian?
actually heard of I think it's crazy how pretty much every culture has their own like cryptids and weird like creatures.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. There's the Yeti. I think it's also weird how some are similar. Like the Yeti is kind of just like a Bigfoot, but in the snow.
He's
Yeah.
ice Bigfoot.
Mongolians have this scary creature called the Chinese. They take our
Oh.
natural resources and don't pay us money.
Hey. Oh well, that does sound scary.
Yeah.
Amar,
What
was
is the
there
other one called?
no
There's-
Mongolian myths or something like that?
There probably are, but I don't fucking remember.
Oh,
I
Amar.
look stupid.
Baba Yaga.
That thing.
Is it called a? Yeah, it's.
Like the
There's a-
culture's weirdly shamanic, so there's probably a bunch of weird ghosts and curses. I don't care.
Your mom never tried to scare
There's
you
also-
with a scary ghost story?
No, she just told me she'll beat me.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Have you?
Ghost
There's a
stories.
I actually know of a Japanese cryptid. Have you guys heard of the Kappa?
Oh yeah.
He's cool.
Oh,
Except for the
like,
fact that he eats people.
That's not very
That's not
nice.
very cash money.
they're like, oh yeah, Japanese have like yokais or whatever they're called.
That's a show
I
called
found a
Yokai
picture of
Watch.
it.
I'm pretty sure they are. Those are a thing.
Oh, I don't know.
There's
Is
Oh,
this it, Emilio?
yeah, yokai.
Oh my god,
It's
what the hell is
yokai.
that?
Yeah, that's a Kappa.
Oh.
It's not accurate though. They have a little pool of water
Oh
in their
my
head.
god,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
seen
yeah.
this from an anime.
What?
So yeah, yokais are they're a supernatural entity of entities and spirits in Japanese folklore.
Okay. Oh, I knew that was like I've heard of yokai, but only in the context of the show like Yokai Watch.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Oh.
I didn't know it was like an actual like thing in Japan. Like an actual like beyond that thing.
Is
That's
a yokai
interesting.
one of the monster or one of the ghosts of Phasmophobia?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
Yeah, you have.
Tyler, you want a fun fact?
What?
You know in Animal Crossing, you know the little boat guy, Captain? The
Yeah.
captain, whatever you call?
Mhm.
He's supposed to be a Kappa.
Is he?
Alebrije.
Well, cause look, he's a
I
little
guess
turtle. He's got the
so.
spot on his head. His name's Cap'n, close to Kappa.
I guess
He's
so.
there's a theory he's supposed to be a little Kappa guy.
Oh, have you guys heard of the duendes?
The what?
Duendes.
Wendy's?
Duendes?
Yeah.
What's that?
And they're like
I've
it's in Hispanic folklore of Mexico and like American of like the American Southwest. they're basically they're basically like gnomes that live inside like the walls of like homes and like in the bedrooms of young children, especially that.
Oh my god.
I'm literally just reading off this off the Wikipedia.
Nice. Avi. Damn.
So
Do you have
Yeah,
any
but
spooky
Vince, you'd like to
monsters?
contribute?
Yeah, I mean, what are some Peruvian monster?
I don't know any Peruvian monsters.
About Canadian?
Y'all brought up the chupacabra yet?
Yeah,
We
literally
mentioned
talked
him,
about
but
it
we
pretty
didn't
much.
talk about him too
Oh.
much.
Milo, didn't your like father see one of those?
Oh
shits?
yeah.
No, no, that's not that's other. My dad told me one time that he said he saw La Llorona back in
Oh,
Guatemala.
La Llorona.
What's that?
Yeah, that's scary.
So there's a ghost story, and it's region different. So some people say it's Mexican, some people say it's just Latin America in general. It's kind of just a Hispanic thing. Where there's a story.
You're not the only
La
one that
Llorona.
believes in ghosts, Amelia, in this friend group. Sorry, I just remembered this. I just remember this.
Wait, did you say
'Cause
I
you
am
believe
or I'm not?
you're
I didn't.
not. Amelia, you're not.
Did you see
Izzy
a
believes
ghost,
in ghosts.
Rob?
Sorry.
Oh, is he?
Izzy's not here.
Well, at least I'm pretty sure because I remember him like being deadpan serious, like, "Yeah, bro, I caught some ghost on camera."
Well, long story short, La Llorona is a story where a woman was with her two kids and they like drowned in a river,
Oh, this.
and she
Yeah.
spends like her nights walking the
Oh yeah,
streets,
yeah,
like
yeah.
crying and weeping. Hence the name La Llorona for like crying, like weeping. So the story is that if you're out late at night and you hear weeping at night, that's the ghost of her. And I've also heard a thing when some stories, if the crying is really loud, that means she's actually really far away. But if the crying is really quiet, she's super close to you,
That's
which is a very
oddly
scary
terrifying.
concept.
Yeah.
That is a very
Damn.
scary concept. And then The Conjuring tried to make a movie about
Yeah,
it,
The
and I heard
Conjuring.
it was eh. Does no one here even like remotely believe in ghosts?
I mean, if they exist, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, believe in ghosts, not that.
At least like remotely, just kind of like maybe, why not?
Yeah, sure, why not? Like, come on.
Does anyone here firmly take a stand against ghost existence?
Like, what?
Definitely
Like,
not a ghost guy.
No, ghosts aren't real.
Yeah.
I feel like ghosts would
aren't
like
real.
they don't
Milo,
mess
you're
with
dumb.
us. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like if ghosts
How-
were real, they would like. Why do all they do is just knock things over and like pull on, I don't know, mattresses or something.
All ghosts
Why
do.
is it all
Ghosts
ghosts do?
existed,
Like
there would be
like
more
pull your
documented
shirts?
proof of ghosts.
Amelia
Why can't
believes in
ghosts play
ghosts
ghosts in
because he's
anime?
mentally unstable.
It's because
No, that's unrelated. In this case, that is
Umar,
completely
lock it
unrelated.
down.
That is
no,
completely
he only
unrelated in
believes
this
ghosts because he
situation.
watched Ghostbusters.
Because I watched ghost stories and I was like, this is too real.
Milo, what are you gonna call?
Not Ghostbusters. They like blew up my house in the process, and then they wouldn't pay out the insurance. But I believe in ghosts. I think it's interesting.
Do you believe in the ghost from Mario, like the booth?
Wait, so
I
Amelia, when you're like
uh,
masturbating, your great grandma's just watching you.
She's
no, I don't. That's not what that
This is
no.
why
means.
Amelia believes in ghosts.
Oh
not
my
what
god.
Amar, you figured it out. This is why Amelia wants ghosts to be real.
Cracked
You
the
know, it's
code.
really bizarre. I'm interested in like paranormal and like spooky stuff, but I am one of like the most easily frightened people I know. I don't know where my interest in the
No idea.
supernatural began. But I remember even when I was in like elementary school, I was interested in learning about like scare like haunted houses and like Alcatraz because I heard it was haunted and like the story of the
Alcatraz.
Titanic. And then I was interested in just learning about these events where people claim to see like ghosts now, and I was like, whoa. I don't know why though.
Because you were scared of it. You just answered your own question.
But if I'm scared of it, I probably don't want to know about it. So
But
why
you
do
want to
I
be
want to
one of
know
the
about it?
No, it's
cool
the opposite.
kids.
You want to know more about the shit
Yeah.
that scares you, so you get less scared of it.
Yeah, because then you
Oh,
know the ways to
I guess that
counter
makes
it.
sense.
You learn to
No,
just throw
you'd like
salt
as
on
above,
them.
so below.
That doesn't work for salt is for demons, I think actually, or is it ghosts?
No,
It's snails.
Oh, that one too, actually. But and
Holy
if you do it
water.
if you do it in a circle, it also works on sea bears, I believe.
What?
You
That's
make a sea bear circle.
that's a hole in the circle. That's not salt, Emilio.
It just
Just
says
a
a
hole in the
circle.
ground.
It's just a circle. I thought it could be anything.
Is it? I thought you had to just draw a
Oh,
circle.
I could be wrong. They just say anti sea bear circle. They don't specify circle of what.
Circle of life.
Anyway, but like I guess my I don't even know how to explain. I think I'd asked you, Tyler, the other day if you would use a Ouija board, and you said yes. I would never use a Ouija board.
Even for like
It just sounds like you're a
$100.
bitch, Emilio.
I guess another not $100. I guess another thing that has to do with it is I woke myself up really bad. I get anxious. So the odds are there's like a 900 whatever huge number chance that the almost 100% that a Ouija board does not work. That is absolute bullcrap. There's even actually I was reading the other day a phenomena that explains why it works. So even knowing the reason, I bet if I did it, I would still be freaking out, being like, "Oh my god, guys! Oh my god,
Wait, what's the
there's a real demon."
phenomenon?
There's a thing called oh my god, what is it? The ideal motor phenomena, maybe I forget what it was called, but there's a phenomena. Basically, just the way it works is because when you play a Ouija board, the idea is that the thing moves and you're holding it. Even if you don't think about it, subconsciously your body may make movements to do it.
What's it called? Have you ever like tried to just hold a finger up and not really think about it? Just one finger, and you can notice how your finger just kind of slowly will close in by itself, even though you're not actively moving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much that whole thing, where you just kind of will subconsciously do it.
I
Damn.
mean, and it's
Powers
very
Imagine
basic.
not
conspiracy
being
theory?
in control
What,
of your
dude?
fucking hands. What a bunch of
I
nerds.
was gonna say, and it's very
I'm trying to do
basic.
that right now, and I'm trying to disprove your
How
theory,
much do you think about like breathing, and your body just does it?
You really just put me
Okay.
on manual
Think
breathing.
about it
I
all
know,
the
you really
time,
have to
alright?
do that.
You suck, bro.
I
You're such
know.
an
I
asshole.
hate when people are like, I think about breathing or something, and then it's like, well, I
Manual
can't
breathing
do
time.
it.
Fuck
I
off.
think does that shit really happen with y'all? I don't really
Really?
get
What are
that
you
No.
whole.
talking about? Does that really happen with you?
You
I
know
have to
what
do
I
that on a
remember
regular
happening to me
basis.
once is in 5th grade.
Manually breathe?
In 5th grade, our teacher,
Yeah.
Mr. Flainer, you remember him, Avi, the great teacher? I remember one time he was talking about manual breathing, and he says, just make sure you don't think about breathing before you go to sleep, because you might not wake up. I remember.
So ominous.
I don't recall him saying
I
that.
remember
That's
specifically
brutal.
stating that, and I went, huh? I remember
That
laying
is
down
such a
and thinking about it, and then I went, oh
That's
no.
That's
teacher's
such a
son.
troll.
That's so menacing.
Yeah.
But either way, basically it just boils down to whether you think it or not, your body can subconsciously do things. So when you have three people with their fingers on a board and they're like, "Oh, is it supposed to spell something?" There was an actual recorded phenomena that people just do things that subconsciously. Either way, the idea that there's like a minuscule chance that maybe it works is enough to be like, I don't want to find out.
Amelia,
don't
what
wanna
if we
be
use a
hilarious.
Waluigi board?
Okay, I'd be okay with a Waluigi board, but a
Amelia,
regular
would you
Ouija
do
board-
Charlie?
Oh my! Don't talk
thought
to me
you
about Charlie.
have.
Charlie.
Wasn't Charlie like a publicity stunt
It was
Wait,
What?
for a movie?
Vine thing. I guess at the time it would have been a Vine thing.
Wasn't the thing for like a movie
It was for a movie?
or some shit?
God.
What? I don't
I think
remember
it
it being
was.
for a movie. Maybe it was.
Let me check.
I just remember seeing that in middle school and being like, "This is actually the stupidest thing you could do," because they would put two pencils and be like, "Oh, it moved. That means it worked." But you would do it outside where there's wind, and pencils don't balance on each other normally, so they just kind of move.
Yeah.
Really, all the times I've seen it, it's been like string or somebody blowing.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is it's so painfully fake. Here's the other thing. Say it says no to you. If you believe that's a ghost, then why would the ghost turn it to no if there's a ghost there?
What do you mean Say you ask it questions, Emilio.
You go,
Yeah,
Charlie, Charlie, are you there? And then it goes no, and then you'd be like, wait, so who said no?
well,
Must
then
have
it's
been
a
What?
different spirit and not Charlie.
Then it
Yeah.
wouldn't say
It's not
no.
Charlie,
What?
it's Jose.
What are you on about, Emilio?
Carlos, are you there? I don't know.
Okay,
The
this
point.
got racist real fast.
I don't like Charlie, Charlie.
So that means you're
I
willing to
thought
do
that
it.
one was dumb. I'd do it. Fine, sure. We can do it together.
No, do it tonight.
I
all by
wouldn't do
yourself.
Can't
any
afford
of
to
it by
lose
myself.
you.
No, do it tonight before you go to bed. Just do it.
No, I'm good.
Why
Nah,
not?
Amelia,
You
would
know-
you ever
little
do
bitch.
Bloody Mary?
He's
Would I ever do
scared,
Bloody
Ty.
Mary? I was just about to bring that up actually, because we've talked about that a few times. Bloody Mary used to cause such bad anxiety to me, even to the point where I would think about it, not even looking at a mirror, and I would start getting stressed out that oh my god, I messed up. Oh my god, I messed up. I would just think Bloody Mary, like, oh god, no, I lied. That one is another thing that's also been proved as the result of like a phenomena.
Yeah. I've
Didn't
heard
we
of this
try
one.
that one while we were camping?
Yeah.
Oh no, we
What?
talked
We
about
talked
it.
about it. Avi brought it up.
Avi brought it up.
Avi,
we
did it
talked
work when
about
you
it,
try?
yeah.
Did you try it?
Huh?
He's
What's
been
up?
He's been possessed ever since.
What happened?
Avi, do you remember when we came and you talked about Bloody Mary and you said you tried it?
I've tried that a few times, yeah.
And
You
know, obviously, about
bro,
the-
you fucking torment me with. Bloody Mary
Bro.
is. Have y'all ever done it?
no,
Yeah.
I was too scared. I'll fully admit it, I was too much of a baby.
Oh my god, baby man. Would you do it now, Emilio?
I don't want to do it now because I know obviously it's not a ghost, but I don't like because I know there's the phenomena that makes you see like scary stuff.
But there's
I don't.
nothing there, Emilio.
It's
There's
fake.
actively nothing there. It's
I
not
guess
real.
I don't know. I just
Are you
next
scared,
time,
Emilio?
How
Yes.
about this? How about this, Emilio? Next time we go to your house, we do it together.
I'd do it with
Oh.
someone else if I have someone else to like
What?
ground
Can
me.
you do
No,
it with someone
you go in
else?
there by yourself.
No,
Is it
No,
possible
you
to
said-
do
just
it
Yeah,
do
to
it by
people?
yourself.
No, what? Yes.
Well, here's the other
That's the
thing
whole
about
thing. You go in there with like a big thing is you go in there with like a group. You go in there because you're too much of a bitch to do it alone.
Well, here's the other thing about Bloody Mary that I want to about.
Oh, okay.
How
you're
did you guys learn
cowardice.
to do it? Because I heard of so many different rituals and ways that you're supposed to do it.
There's
don't
the
even know
candles,
what's
there's
what.
lights off. Pretty much the core basic of it is just being in front of a mirror.
How many
and saying Bloody
candles?
Mary 3 times.
I thought it
Yeah,
has to
I've
be
always
dark.
had the
Candles.
candles, but I never
No,
knew
the-
the numbers.
Clear bases, yeah. It has to be dark, like full,
No
like
lights.
no artificial light or like not artificial, but lamps or fucking flashlights or anything like that. Say Bloody Mary 3 times and be in front of a mirror. That's like the ground rules for it. The rest of it is all just other shit people say. Like you have to do it in your bathroom. You have to do it with fucking candles lit and shit. You have to
gonna
like do
say,
the fucking spins.
because when
to-
when I was young, it wasn't you just said Bloody Mary 3 times. You said a whole like poem of like a story of Bloody Mary, where like Bloody Mary
Oh,
I
I
killed
think
your
I know what
son.
you're
Or some
talking
weird
about.
like long convoluted poem.
Yeah, that was a thing.
That's and then I heard it was specifically 50 candles you needed.
But what?
Yeah, I heard someone say you
Yeah,
needed
I've never heard this
specifically
one.
50 lit candles, and then I thought about it, I'm like, Jesus, that's a lot of candles you need.
Damn, is he trying to fight the fire
Are you sure
torch
they
boss?
didn't say 15?
No, I'm sure they said 50. I'm certain. Someone told me, yeah, you need a poem. Someone said 50 candles. Someone said, I don't know, it's all over the place. I
So
think
you
one of
do it now, right, Emilio?
if I had someone with me.
No. You go into the bathroom. You
I'm
get a
not
piece
doing
of
it by
paper, write
myself.
Charlie. Yes, no.
Oh,
You
get a
say
Ouija
Bloody Mary
board,
3
get a
times.
Charlie paper.
Might as well
Use
make a pentagon while you're at
BD
it.
make a pentagon. Yeah, let me
I
just
mean, these
draw
are
a
all fake,
pentagon.
Emilio. You shouldn't be scared of any of this.
I still
Maybe
am.
it's a
I'm
pentagon.
really
Oh
susceptible.
my god. What do you mean susceptible? There's like fake. They're not real. You were shitting on Charlie a second ago.
Yeah.
You
Charlie-
can't talk all this big talk and just fucking not do any of it.
Again, I have this stupid thing where I overthink things. So I'm like, there's a 99% chance this is fake, but then I keep harping on the 1% chance that it is real, and I just go upset. Like
Emilio,
what was
he's a
it?
ghost.
There
What
was
can
some
he even do to you?
wake me up in the middle of the night and scare me. Tyler, you seen the episode of SpongeBob with the haunted shopping list? I can't have that. That's too much.
Jesus Christ.
I love that episode. I've never had any sort of ghost encounters, but there's things that happen in my house that where they freak me out. Like my door to my garage. For some reason, if you don't close it all the way, it will just creak open really menacingly, and then it leads right into my laundry room. So I open the door to my laundry room, and then the door to my garage just starts opening the second I look at it, and it creaks open really slowly. And it makes that perfect like creaking sound where I'm just like, oh, I hate that. I just see it and I go, well, I guess I don't need to go outside anymore.
Avi, didn't you say it seemed like at one point you were about to say something about a ghost. Like a while ago. Like a ghost
I don't
encounter.
remember a while ago.
Oh my gosh. I think it was when we were talking about Emilio's dad
That's-
running into a ghost, and you were like, "Oh wait, I know someone who's claimed to run into a ghost or something."
Yeah, okay, I don't remember.
Damn.
Well, yeah, has anyone had any personal ghost encounters?
No,
No.
because they're not real.
Fair enough.
God, Emilio. Emilio, have you had an encounter that pushes you to believe in these
Yeah,
fucking
what
little
made you
floaty
want to
balls of
believe in them
gas?
if you haven't even seen one, Emilio?
I think I've talked about it before, but there's when I was younger, not so much as now, but I used to have
Luigi's
it
Mansion?
frequently when I was younger. No, this is a real story of something that happened frequently. You've all had that thing where obviously you've heard that your name has been called, like you feel very heavily like, oh, someone called your name.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to have that very frequently where it sounded like, I swear, someone like a female voice would like call my name like prominently, like not a whisper, but it sounded like someone would call me, and I'd walk around and there'd be no one there. And actually, a few weeks ago, something very strange happened. So I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and my brother was like yelling in the dining room, but he was like yelling and it was distant. I could tell it was him. And right as I was about to fall asleep, clear as day, it sounded like I heard a girl speaking in my house. And
Was
I
it your
like my
mom?
eyes like shut open because it didn't sound like it was in the other room. No, it wasn't. It didn't sound like it was in the dining room. It sounded like it was someone
This
in the
woman
room
speaking.
next to me.
It was probably your brother's secret girlfriend.
That's what I thought for a second. I'm like, is my brother on the phone with like a girl right now? Like, what's happening? And then I went, no, because
He's a loser.
it sounded so strangely close to me, and sounded so like prominent. Where I was like,
Was it a
that
TV?
sounds so weird. No, there's the only TV is in my parents' room that is behind like two closed doors. I wouldn't be able to hear it, and even when
Emilio's
I
gonna
could hear it,
deny any reasonable plausibility.
no, I won't. I'm just saying that was something weird that
Yeah,
happened to me
so this is
recently.
the thing that makes you believe in ghosts?
I'm just saying
Because
something
he
weird that
heard
happened
a
to me.
girl's voice.
I'm just
Damn, he's
saying.
that
How
down
and why
bad.
would that be a ghost?
I'm
Are you this down bad that you thought this ghost was horny for you and
no.
tried
I'm
to sleep with you and you're like, oh fuck, I noticed it, and then the ghost just like boogied off?
not even saying that this is a ghost, but I'm saying there was something where I have
What do you
experienced
mean you're
multiple
not
times in
saying?
my life where, for some reason, maybe I'm actually crazy, or maybe who knows, maybe it's a ghost. But I've had these instances where I've absolutely like heard these female voices in my life, and it's been fairly consistent.
Probably your brain.
Probably
Will.
down bad.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I would not. If I come
I mean,
out, I would absolutely not be surprised if I have some sort of like paranoia issues, because I also have the thing where I see things out of the corner of my eyes, and that's
Everyone
really
has that.
upsetting
That's
to
just a
me.
normal thing.
Yeah.
It
The
really
corner
gets me.
thing.
Like,
Actually, I just had that today where I was.
I don't know if the name of the phenomena, but that's 100. Yeah, that's just a normal thing.
how often does it happen to you?
Huh? I can't say it happens often, but every single fucking person has it.
Okay.
Oh damn.
No, I believe that, but I don't know. To me, it feels like it happens way a lot. Like, I'll be sitting here at my computer, or I'll be drawing in my bed, and I'll be looking, and it will look like something is slowly moving out behind, like, the lip of the wall in my room, or I feel like someone's coming into my room. And again, I think it maybe
Literally
I
just
mean,
insane.
always,
paranoia.
it's in the corner of your eye. You can barely make out anything that's on there because you're focused on what you're looking at. So of course you're just gonna be like, "Oh, there's something over here." Just
Also, your
fucking nothing.
brain, your eyes don't perceive every single thing. A lot of your peripherals are just like made up by your brain to look authentic, but actually aren't.
I hate my brain. My brain
There's like a
sucks,
trick
dude.
that if you like put your finger in a certain area, it fucking
Emil is sitting there
disappears, even though
drawing.
it's
Oh,
there.
is
Oh,
Your
I
it,
saw something out
eyes
of the corner
don't
of
see
my
it.
eye. Is that a
Oh,
hot
is
wow.
chick?
oh is this the finger sausage thing you can do where you make like a little sausage?
Are you? No, that's just a
Oh.
spot,
That's something
Emilio.
that's really funny to
Uh,
me.
No, that's just
That's a blind
your eyes
spot.
That's
have a
just your
natural blind
Yeah.
spot. Yeah.
that's just
That's why you gotta check your blind spot. Turn your head
But
around.
that I mean
and
that kind
turn
of
on your
follows me
blinkers.
because you have a blind spot, so your brain like auto fills the blind spot. Your brain does that for the fucking
Just like
peripheral
NVIDIA
vision.
DLSS, dude. Avi, it's so cool, right?
I
No, not that
I
far off
I
though.
guess if you want the reason why I believe in ghosts is because 9 out of the 10, like not even 9 out of 10, like 99 out of 100 times, there's a very reasonable and proven explanation. But it's those weird stories where like many people over like years, despite knowing nothing, all witness like similar events in weird locations. That to me is really bizarre.
What are
Like
you
ghost story.
talking about?
Well, like people were like, "Oh, these locations are like haunted supposedly," and then like people who have visited like tourist spots where people visit them year after year, and they people who even know nothing about the site claim to see like the same things or hear weird things. I don't know. I find that
I don't
kind of
know about
odd.
that. Hitting it with the tourist spot and being haunted, of course you're gonna see shit like that.
Yeah, because
Well,
then you
yeah,
Like
I
wanna
going into
believe
one of
understand.
those
it.
haunted areas where you're primed to see it.
Yeah, but then there's also stories of people who are like, I did people who don't even know anything about these spots arrive and then they hear things
I
and then
don't
it's like,
believe those people.
well, there's a
The people
difference
where it's
sometimes.
like, well, man, I didn't know this fucking abandoned house was haunted.
It's not
Holy
even, and
fuck,
not
Yeah.
saying,
there.
well, I'm saying like not even places where they seem like they'd be explicitly haunted, but my computer turned off. But just places where people go. I'm just
Oh
saying
no.
that there are some weird instances where many people report things, and it's just
Read
odd
some
that
of these
all sorts.
weirdnesses, Emilio. What are these?
Can't think of the top of my head. I'm sorry,
Oh
but I've
my
heard.
god, but
I
you're
used to
basing
be
an
all
entire
up
belief
in
of
this.
ghosts on these instances that you can't even name.
I also just think it would be cool to believe in it. I think it would be. I think it would be cool to think that there's like something we don't understand. That there's something that we can attempt
Yeah,
to like
there is.
learn
It's
that's new.
space.
Tyler, Tyler,
Yes.
Tyler. When I go into
Uh,
space, am I gonna hear creepy whispers and people gonna knock over my toilet paper?
You
yeah.
might.
Uh-huh. Have you heard of fuck, I don't know the exact name of it, but there is insanity of being in space,
Is
especially
there?
secluded up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just being secluded in general, isn't it?
No,
Illusion
but
is a
it
really
especially
scary
goes a lot
phenomena.
faster in space. Because
That's why you
again,
can't
there's a
stay that
lot
long
of
on the
nothingness.
International Space Station.
Dark matter gets in your eyeballs
And
and makes
talk
you
about
go crazy.
clouds you mentioned. You know, I think another scary thing to talk about before is and this one is another story that makes me kind of is. You guys know the story of the real Annabelle doll in the Warren Occult Museum? I would never
We're-
go there.
If we ever
You
go
can
there,
ne-
I
you
will
Oh
you'd
my
It's
never
god,
catch
if
me
gone
they
there.
ever
now.
open it back up, oh my god, I
Yeah.
want to go there. If they ever open it back
Yeah.
up,
I
I
think
so
they're
badly want to
moving
go.
all the stuff because I believe the Ed and Lorraine Warren, I believe, passed away a few years ago, and I forgot what happened, but I think they're moving the stuff. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. It
Oh,
may be
yikes.
reopened. It may be all in storage somewhere. I don't know.
Would have broke
But-
the glass and beat the shit out of that doll.
Just
How
burn it.
badly do you think they'd just start fucking panicking if someone did that?
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Especially someone like you, Rob. Like, they wouldn't really be able to stop you that well. So they just fucking be like, no, leave her alone!
I'm picturing Rob
flailing
like
around this
this
tiny
is in a
little
little
fucking doll.
wooden case. I'm picturing Rob grabs it, he throws it on the floor, he like pats his elbow and he atomic drops it. And he's on the ground just punching it, just laughing. Like, what are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Much
It's
chaos
just
you
like,
can cause by attacking a tiny doll.
and these like 70-year-old
people
people
would
are
just,
just
like,
sitting there
fucking-
like frozen
You know, like,
guns.
give them a heart attack and shit.
What am I gonna get charged with? Vandalism?
They'd probably get really
They
mad
can't
at you.
stop me.
But again, this probably it's just the story of the Annabelle doll where like the guy was sleeping in his bed and all of a sudden he woke up and he had 4 weird scratch marks on his back and they had an actual photo of it and they're just like, oh, that's weird.
I have waken up before
And
with a
then-
random scratch mark. I'm just like, how did I do that?
Oh my God, we have
You guys
to
ever
go
have
to
that
the
thing when
real
you're like
life
in the middle of the day
museum,
and then you
open
just
the
notice you got
fucking
fucking
thing,
Yeah.
touched
just
out of
beat
nowhere?
the shit out of the doll.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Oh, I hate that.
Because you
Yeah,
don't
when
feel
you're
it,
just
and
like,
then you
"Oh,
finally
God."
notice, and you're like, "What the fuck? When did I get this?"
I used to have that all the time when I was in Davis, where I'd come back home from a long day and I'd like wash my hands and I'd look at my hand, I'd be like, when did I cut my finger today? And it just I never know. But again, the thing about the Annabelle doll, the story is that this guy was sleeping in a room with it, and he woke up and he had 4 not like red marks, but 4 like cuts of equal length on his back that were like evenly spaced. And I think there's an actual like photo they took of it, and it's just something where it's like that is very weird. And then there's the famous story of the person who put the went to the museum, they laughed at the doll, and then that night they got into a motorcycle accident and freaking died. That's also just that one's just kind of a creepy, crazy coincidence. That one's absolutely could just be a coincidence. It's just kind of like,
A lot of it, all of it is just fucking coincidence.
Then how the guy
You
did the scratches
guys
on his
ever heard
back.
of that whole shit? Ah, fuck, I forgot. I think there was an actual like website about it where you can kind of go and then just compare 2 presidents and just find a shit ton of coincidences like throughout their entire presidency and life. That just kind of points out how much people would just love to look into shit. Because each
I
one
haven't-
of those, it's like, oh, they have the same number of letters in their name. Oh, they still they had like this injury when they were like 17. Oh, this and this, they both married the same woman's name and shit like that.
This person had the
Everyone
same
can
birthmark as me,
misconstrue.
so I'm them reborn.
Yeah, shit,
Have you
just
heard this
shit like
shit?
that people just will construe into like something believable.
I haven't heard of this website, but I do remember I read a post people comparing Lincoln and JFK's assassination, where it's like Lincoln was killed in Ford Theater, JFK was shot in a Ford brand car,
Oh
and
yeah.
just like stuff like that was just like, where it's like, again, it's stuff where it's just like, yeah, that's just a coincidence, but it's also you look at it and you're like, that is just kind of weird. It's a complete coincidence, where you're just like, funny. Anyway, I think ghosts are funny.
Oh yeah.
I think ghosts are funny.
Look, I mean, like, if you
Some
knew like
ghosts are just
100% that there was a ghost in the house, would you, and you know he was chill, would
In-
you go in the house and live there for a little bit?
What do you mean chill? Like
He
does
won't kill
There's
you.
just a ghost. Well, ghosts usually don't kill people. They're not that strong.
Have you not
Why
played
not?
Phasmophobia?
Fucking ghost.
Why are ghosts
lore
not that
haven't
lore
played
over
strong?
here.
Phasmophobia.
What fucking ghost lore is this?
Emil,
Yeah.
tell me, how many ghosts does it take to kill one person?
how
What's
many
the
ghosts does it
conversion
take to
rate?
screw in a light bulb?
I don't. I mean, I don't think ghosts outright cause death. I'd imagine if you thought you had a ghost in your house, and you were constantly under the stress of thinking you had a ghost in your house, that might drive someone to like jump out a window. But I don't think ghosts can directly. Well, okay, so here's kind of the theory that I hear and that I kind of think about ghosts is that ghosts are made up of like energy, right? And I don't even know how they're supposed to get this energy. I guess. See, here's the thing. This theory is the best that they have, and it's not very good. I'm gonna be honest. This theory is whack. But it's basically the idea that ghosts are just like entities we can't really perceive, or they're just energy. That's why, and it takes a lot of their energy to do stuff. That's why they can do like baby things like press flashlights and like move balls. It's just like that's the reason thing behind ghosts is that they're made of energy and it's very hard for them to like get energy, and that's why they can't really do anything.
Isn't one thing like the reason
And
that
I
they
guess
mess with electronics a lot is because they're like ghosts from like the 1800s who just don't know what technology is and want to mess with them? Isn't that a thing?
I mean you could construe that. That's also a theory why people see ghosts like people walking through like walls and floors is because the theory is like, oh, the building layout was different. Maybe there wasn't a wall here, and the ghost can't really perceive that, so it just goes through it.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
There's actually another theory I've heard where ghosts aren't really ghosts, but what it is when people think they see ghosts, it's like you're actually seeing into a different time period, and that person doesn't know they're a ghost. They think they're just, it's 1860 or whatever, and they're just living their life, and there's a weird time slip happening where you
Oh
see
my
them.
god.
That's a conspiracy I've heard of. That there's no real ghost, it's just time isn't really linear. It's just, yeah, it's weird. But again,
Is
yeah, the other
when
idea is
this
that if
fucking dude from the 80s decides to just open all my kitchen cupboards.
yeah, he's looking for the Avi, he's looking for the blueberry, and he can't find it, and so he's like, "Where is it?" And he gets mad, and because he gets mad, he builds up energy, and that's why he starts like moving your iPhone 2 inches.
Emilio. So you're telling me when I'm washing the
Yeah,
dishes and I drop a plate and I get really mad and scream that some guy like 100 years from now would just have a plate drop and like and it would just be me doing that?
there you go.
Are
You
you
cracked
telling
it,
me when
Tyler.
I was a child and I was trying to go Super Saiyan that I was haunting some person like fucking a
Some
couple
idiot,
centuries in the
some
future?
idiot in 100 years is hitting a child screaming in their room and freaking out, and going, "Oh my god, there's a ghost."
I like this
That is
theory.
that is a conspiracy that ghosts are just weird temporal slips like through time that you're perceiving weird.
Man,
This is a
imagine
funny
if that ever
theory.
happened
A
when you were
stupid
jerking
theory, but
off.
funny.
That would be awful.
What?
That's a horrible
What?
idea.
Wasn't there the whole girl that
Um.
thought she had sex
That's
with
what
a
Emilio
ghost?
wishes.
Oh,
There's so
yeah. I
many
have.
there's so many women that claim they have sex with a ghost. There's a few that have claimed to be impregnated by a ghost.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry,
Go.
babe. I got knocked up by the old ghost.
Oh yeah, I wasn't
Nice.
cheating on you. It was the ghost. It was the ghost. I swear.
But
Actually, Jesus' next son.
Some
well,
African woman like is talking to a pastor saying that a fucking ghost raped her or something in the mouth.
but
Oh my
In the
god.
video.
That wait, have you seen it? What was like? Yeah, it was the like the fucking pastor one.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
The
yeah,
African
that one. Oh
pastors.
my god, dude, that's so fuck. That was so funny, man.
again, the idea of ghost having like negative energy and stuff also, I guess, depends on the idea that you believe in things like negative energy and like
I fucking
karma,
hate that.
which
Mom
doesn't
is
really
such a
work
stupid
because I don't
dumbass.
really believe in the idea of negative energy. I will admit my belief in ghosts is very flimsy.
Yeah,
It's
when you
again,
fucking frown, it just releases
my
bad
thing
evil
about
energy.
ghosts
Doesn't
isn't
make
really.
sense.
It's just the idea that there's something we don't really perceive is kind of neat. But I'm not gonna die on the hill and say every ghost sighting is real, everything is true, because it's not. There's a lot of ghost stuff out there that is completely fake and fabricated. I forget where a few years ago people found scientific reasoning for ghost sightings that some places have like, I forget what it is, that you can experience like weird frequencies that even though you can't like hear them, that if something's making that frequency, it induces like anxiety and stress.
Yeah, that's what happens in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, there's like certain
Just
audio
where you wanna
cues and
be,
sounds
I
that,
just don't
despite the fact that you
get
don't
it.
hear them audibly or you're not aware of them, they can induce the idea, the feelings associated with being like, oh, this is a strange cold spot, or oh, this is a weird like feeling place.
Okay, random thing. Is it is you know how in FNAF the whole thing is like in 4 where it's like yeah the sounds is what makes them see the things. Is it actually possible to like make sounds to make it where people can perceive things like that? Like at all? Like just something?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like play
Oh,
it
I know
some
what you're
sort of audio thing, any like that makes it where you start to see things, like you start to trip out because of
I
this
don't know
audio.
if that's
See
true.
things?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I know what Tyler's
Well,
talking about.
it's under the same thing as priming someone or just thinking of it. Obviously, if you play a sound that kind of makes them feel kind of creepy and eerie when they're already under that, you can probably push it so they start to see shit. But I don't think you can just play this audio in an office and then
Just
just make people
disguise it
start seeing
something to
fucking
make it look
shadow
different.
monsters.
Yeah, but no, I have heard about that. That there's this weird thing in the lore where William Afton created a device that just creates
Oh my
illusions
fucking
when you hear
god.
it.
Oh, you're talking about that
That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
thought
FNAF
he was
4.
talking about. There's
The
this weird
books?
lore thing where there's this device he creates when you're close to it and you hear it, you just start straight up imagining things as other things.
Yeah, that's the whole lore of
That's what I
FNAF
thought he was
4.
talking
The whole
about.
fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
William Afton.
the
The
FNAF
books
4 is
give off a
fucking
fucking
stupid.
apocalyptic picture, dude. It just when you read it, it
I don't
feels
even
like
Have
want to
you
talk
read the
about
books?
animatronics are
Five Nights at
taking over
Freddy's
the
books.
world. No,
I
I've read
even
like the normal novel thingies, not the small ones, weird ones.
So you've read the
I
books?
haven't read them, but I hear they get crazy with some of the stuff.
Are they
that
Not
actually
happens.
just
those, not the
genuinely
ones we're
good
talking
books or
about. I'm
no?
talking about the generic normal ones. They're pretty good.
Oh, like just like the lore, like just like the survival guide stuff like that. I guess kind of.
Oh.
I don't know, but I just hear that some of those like novels get kind of like crazy with stuff that like they try to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, animatronics that like lure kids, kill them, take their body, and then replace them, or just bullshit like that.
There's this weird, yeah, like William Afton is like has like a metal skeleton or something. He's like an endoskeleton with like flesh on him.
I have
There's some
not heard of
crazy.
that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I've heard that there's some wacky stuff that happens in the
But
He's a
novels.
he
virus.
died, but then he made a virus
God,
version
I'm
of
so
himself
stupid.
That
to
is
I
so
hate
take over
that.
the
stupid.
blood
That is the
wave from.
stupidest thing.
That is the dumbest thing.
Like it just went to like
It's
kind of like
so
slight
dumb.
magic where it's like, oh yeah, the whole soul's into bodies, and it's like, all right, that seems fun. Into becoming an actual virus.
I thought it was kind of dumb when they tried to provide like they tried to like explain the soul thing where like in Sister Location in like 6 they talk about like remnant and like harvesting remnant and how like the scooper and stuff like works.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was just like I was just kind of like I'm lost. Can
Yeah,
we
I
just
kind of
stick
just
to
like
the
the
idea that
idea
ghosts
that kids got mad, so then they hunt these things to kill people that they think is the killer
Ex-
or whatever. That's fine
exactly
by me.
the idea that angry spirits can harvest energy and do crazy things. Again, yeah, the idea of FNAF like 1 through 3 to me is just like, okay, this makes sense. I'll buy it. But when they start introducing like 4, 5, and 6 and now Security Breach, I'm just kinda like, I'm done. I don't care anymore. People get superhero fatigue, I got animatronic fatigue. We're supposed to get the Security Breach expansion next year, I think in winter.
Next year winter, goddamn.
They did like like January, February, like 2023.
Oh.
We're supposed to get a first and I think only probably expansion for Security Breach.
Cool. That game was interesting.
I think it was a really cool idea for concept. It just didn't work out very well. I can see Five Nights at Freddy's being like an adventure, like exploration, like 3D game with puzzles,
Just
but
needed some
just the
more
way the
polish.
animatronics work, yeah, the way the animatronics were like super easy to avoid, and then to compensate they would teleport, just didn't really work very well. The multitude of bugs that just made the game borderline unplayable. It was rough. I think it could have worked though. It sounded really cool. It looked great for the most part.
Then it seems like they got kind of lazy, especially in the freaking bad
Tyler,
endings.
What about the voice acting?
Voice acting. I'm curious what the voice acting sounds like on the mobile game that you guys are on about. You guys like it's actually the worst voice acting.
Wait, is that a mobile port?
There's a mobile
There is?
AR AR game.
Oh no, that one.
Yeah,
Oh
and
no.
I guess CJ Amatrack has a voice, and apparently it's extremely bad.
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've heard a lot of it, but I've heard that it's not so good.
That
I
was
like
something I
most of
found
the
quick.
voice acting in Security, but
It was fine. Freddy was great. Best voice actor.
Freddy was great.
I don't know why he didn't win a
Roxanne
reward
Wolf.
Reward for
That's a
what?
voice acting
for
show.
voice
Best
acting.
voice actor of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down there.
Christopher Judge is Kratos. Freddy Fazbear in the new game.
Freddy was a neat character. I don't think worthy of a reward.
we had freaking Lady
I think it
Dimitrescu
was-
win a reward, alright? Why can't he?
What
She won an
a
award?
reward for?
For being
Biggest
the best.
lady.
No, the voice actor won a reward for being best voice actor.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I
No,
haven't seen.
it,
I haven't
it
seen
wasn't, it
Village.
wasn't best
But it
voice actor.
was.
It
Was it
was like
not?
best character. Like was like I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I thought it
Biggest
was
woman
voice acting.
award.
That's what I'm asking, and then you feed me the
No.
best voice
I
actor.
thought it was
yeah,
best
I
voice
figured, yeah,
actor.
Wait,
figured just like
whoa,
some
whoa,
of
when
the
was this
Marvel.
one?
This was
Oh.
last year's, I think.
Yeah,
Also,
Village
I
was
don't know
last
her
year.
voice acting, so I don't know how good or
21?
bad that was.
I don't know either.
Okay, right here. Performance.
Performance.
Best performance.
Yeah, best performance.
So that's voice acting, isn't it? Performing in the voice acting department.
No, I'm pretty sure she does like mocap. She did mocap as well.
Oh, motion capture.
Just best, I guess,
Like,
portrayal of a
portrayal, I
character.
think.
Wait,
basically,
it
yeah.
was reward for best performance?
Yes.
Yeah, performance.
Yeah, that's not best voice actor.
That's not.
Player's voice.
I don't know. I thought performance is kind of voice acting.
No, I don't think that.
I think it's more than just voice acting. I think maybe it's just kind of like a combination of like character, how they played the character, how much people were receptive to the character. Because you can have great voice acting on a character, but if nobody likes that character, it's not a very good performance. Then is it?
I don't think that. No, what?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
It
no,
could
I
be a
don't
great
think they have
performance,
voice
but people could just hate the character. It doesn't mean shit.
That means you didn't do the best performance if people
You could
don't
do
like
a
you.
fucking good performance and people wouldn't give a fuck.
What if you do a bad performance and people don't care?
Yeah, no, they don't have voice acting
That
on
was the
here.
most non-fucking thing you've ever said.
I doubt that was the most non thing, but it's up there.
Best gamer.
Biggest woman. I remember when I was in middle school and Five Nights at Freddy's was like first coming out.
Oh my god.
I had a friend that was he was showing me all the latest teasers from scottgames.com. And I remember I didn't even play the games and I didn't really like them because I was scared, so I just kind of sit there and listen to him and be like, oh, okay. And then later I'd watch Markiplier's videos and be like,
Are you fucking
oh,
serious?
are you okay?
You ran into Freddy.
Rob, did you see a scary
That was
ghost in
such
your house?
bullshit. No,
He died.
I'm just angry. That should not have.
What were you playing?
Your mom.
I'm done
Probably Hero
playing
Siege.
Hero Siege.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I have 11 hours on it
Dude.
now.
Oh my lord, Rob.
You
Yeah,
literally
compared to
every
you,
time you
it's
like
88
play a
minutes.
new game, Rob always has to fucking
Grind it out.
find
Different character. Different character.
a different character. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
There's like 30 character slots.
You know, I think I talked about it.
Okay, Cruz,
Masons
I went to
before,
Genshin
but,
Impact. Are you happy now?
I don't care.
I guess it could be
So
contributed to
ecstatic.
conspiracy, but when I was a little kid, I went camping with my cousin, and he told me that Al Capone was still alive and that he lived in the woods we were camping in.
Nice.
I don't
Shouldn't
even-
Al
I mean,
Capone be
Just
really
Al
old?
Capone living in general is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, and I look back, I'm like, why did he tell me that? Because Al Capone's
you.
not like inherently, I'd say, a very like scary thing that I'd be scared of.
Yeah. And plus, wouldn't
He's
Al
just an
Capone be like
old
hella
man with
old?
syphilis.
Yeah.
What am I gonna be scared of? Contracting syphilis from him? I guess that's kind of scary.
Damn.
He's gonna kill you like you did all those people, Amelia.
Oh no, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. That was no good when he did that.
Yikes.
I remember when Mob of the Dead came out, me and my friends got so hyped to go see Alcatraz. We started learning all the cool people that had stayed there, like the Birdman, Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly. Wait, was that his real name, or am I thinking of the
Machine Gun
rapper?
Kelly. Yeah, that's like the
No,
singer.
I swear to God, there was a real person at Alcatraz called Machine Gun Kelly. Because I remember when I heard the rapper, I'm like, "Are you talking about the Alcatraz?" Let me look this up. Maybe I'm stupid.
You are.
Yikes.
Hold on.
Yikes. Actual cringe lord. Mob of the Dead was such a fucking good map.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly was a real gangster.
A real gay. Is
So this
that
stupid
what?
rapper just stole someone's name. He stole a
Damn.
famous criminal's name.
Th-
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
originality.
Pretty mid too. My ex likes him.
Yikes.
Didn't he try to fight Eminem and get destroyed really quickly?
How do
Oh
you lose
yeah,
to a
I saw
candy?
I saw a video about him recently that he was hitting on underage people.
Oh.
I was watching
What?
that he was accused of hitting on underage people because that was the thing with Eminem was apparently he tweeted a video or something at his daughter where he's like, "Yo, Eminem, your daughter, kind of fire," and he's like, "She's 16, you freak," and he's like, "Oh, my bad, I didn't know. I'd still do it though," and that's when everyone
What?
was like, "What do you?" No, I swear this is real. Let me look it up. I heard this was real. That I saw a video that Machine Gun Kelly underage accusations.
He said that.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think Eminem really said anything about it, and that's not really what started the whole beef there.
Oh, maybe
It
I could
happened
be wrong. I'm
a
sorry.
while ago. Yeah. No, it was
Machine.
more recently. Machine Gun Kelly was trying to start some shit with him, and that's why.
Oh, I'm sorry, Machine Gun Kelly. I accused you of something else. But there's many other things where
No,
he's
he's
been
still a
cited of his.
fucking kind of
Well,
a
I
pervert.
I guess I
Yeah.
was wrong about the Eminem thing, but yeah, no, he's still a pervert to underage people. And one of his defenses was saying that Axl Rose dated a girl that was 16. That's not a. That doesn't make it okay.
No,
That's
what?
worse. I didn't know he did
Yikes.
that.
Accusing. No, actually, hold on. There was something really creepy I heard about. I want to see if it's true.
Oh my
Did
god. Have you heard
Rose-
that like he bought a Megan Fox like the ring? Like if she ever try to take it
Oh
off, like he would have hurt
yeah,
her.
that was
What?
fucking.
That's
I
Wait, what
weird,
heard
happened?
man.
That was fucking crazy. I
He
remember hearing about that
that's
shit.
yeah.
I remember hearing about that
Wait, what
shit
happened?
there.
The
When him
when
and Megan Fox got married, he gave her a ring that if he took off would hurt her.
no,
I
they're
don't
not
remember
they're,
through
they're
what.
not married. It's like
Oh, isn't that? Oh,
kind
is
of
it
Wait,
just a
thing.
who
ring?
gave her this ring?
Really?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, Machine Gun
Cause
Kelly.
Yeah,
cause
Wait,
they
he's
were
made a
like
Megan Fox?
they were
no, they're not
dating.
married. They're dating.
Oh,
They were dating.
They're
So he
oh
really
no
just gave her a normal fucking ring. That's so stupid.
they
I
are
thought it was okay.
engaged.
so
Oh, okay. So
let
they're
me
engaged.
tell you about a very famous man that pulled kind of an Indiana Jones. I'm
Oh.
reading about it now because I heard about it. Elvis Presley was about, I think,
Oh my
24
god.
when he fell in love with a 14-year-old girl,
I
and
know about this one.
they didn't do they he pursued the relationship until she turned 18, I believe, and then they got married.
Mhm.
But they met when she was like 14 and he was 24, and they like that's kind of gross. Yeah, I don't like that one.
That's what they call a young love.
No, I
He's
heard something
24,
really
Rob.
gross. I don't even know if it's true or not. About
24.
freaking
Nope.
Elon Musk's dad or something kind of
Oh
Oh,
also
my
I heard about
god.
this
Yeah,
too.
that
Oh,
was
No,
recent.
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he like 70 or something? He's like chasing like young women.
No, the problem-
no. Like he had a child with his like stepdaughter or like some.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
No,
what
it
was.
no, it was worse too, cause he it wasn't like his
Ugh.
stepdaughter, like he met with the mom or whatever. No, he's like apparently raised the stepdaughter, like part of the family, and it's
Now
just
I remember.
That's
Yeah,
weird, man.
that's gross. Reminds me of those
Weird.
quotes with Trump's like, if that girl wasn't my daughter, I'd be all over it. It's just like, that's not what you want to hear, dude. That is not what you want to hear from your president. We got kind of far from conspiracies.
I guess this is a good
It's
ending
fine.
point.
Politics is close enough.
Politics. Oh, it all loops back. Politics is a conspiracy. Rob is correct.
There are biolabs in Ukraine that are spreading
Um,
bioweapons to the Russians by birds. Migratory birds, by the
I
way.
don't.
Man, he's spitting straight facts right now.
No,
Facts. He's
that,
All right, okay. You need any
You
last
know,
words, Emilio? Any shout-outs?
no, is that
towards the
okay?
end.
Yes.
Shout out your Instagram page.
Well,
At
if
all,
anyone wants to see me on,
What?
Yeah,
Oh
good.
my god, Navi.
Yeah, that's
He's
the
real
end.
comedy.
I know.
Follow me on Instagram at PsychoMobbin. Follow my art account, Otherworld Art.
Nobody go on Twitch
113.
and watch Avi streams. They're trash.
Watch my Twitch account. Total Eclipse. Yeah, that's it.
Is this the best hype man we could ever ask for?
Okay, so no
Never
shout-outs
mind.
then?
No. I'm sorry. Wait,
I'm sorry, I got
I'm
kicked out when I tried to do
I'm
it.
sorry. The Twitch account is actually I forgot. I changed the name. It's Eclipse Protocol.
Anyway,
My Twitch account.
Techno Gamer 21 on Twitch, Otherworld
Yeah,
Art
that's my alt account.
1112
Technogamer.
on Instagram. Thank
He
you,
posts
Tyler.
funny Minecraft
That's not what I
montages.
post. I
Yeah,
post art.
he posts NSFW art.
He
Thank you,
posts
Tyler.
Watson
I
on
love the
Apex.
podcast.
He
I did
posts
do that.
Watson
Window press.
NSFW art.
No,
on
not a window
Instagram.
press. That's on
No,
the.
you posted a
Watson.
window
Follow me
press.
on Twitter.
I did post a window press, but it was not Watson.
It was Watson.
It was not Watson.
It was
Follow
Watson.
me on Twitter. My ad is.